The man never could have imagined that as more and more deities took up residence in his home, his place would actually start attracting animals. This became especially true after he took in the divine phoenix. Even more birds began showing up. Whenever he stepped out with the phoenix, he'd become the center of attention. Other people couldn't see the phoenix. All they knew was that the moment he appeared, birds would gather around him. Everyone figured James was some kind of master bird trainer with incredible skills, and they'd line up wanting to snap a photo with him. But oddly enough, today there wasn't a single bird around James. Right then, the thunder god and wind god tracked him down, telling James he needed to get home right away. The two deities explained that multiple abandoned divine realms had appeared in the area. Since there are 8 million gods in the world, quite a few divine realms end up getting abandoned by their gods. Nothing unusual about that. But today the spatial fabric was unstable, causing these abandoned realms to break loose. Their entrances were popping up everywhere, and any human who got too close would get pulled inside the so-called phenomenon of spiriting away. That's why the birds hadn't come with him today. And because people like James have an unusually high affinity with deities, they're the most likely to attract divine realms. So his best bet today was to stay home and not go out until they'd cleared away all the abandoned realms. At that moment, besides the wind and thunder gods, the mountain god and his attendants were also out there eliminating abandoned divine realms. Unfortunately, James couldn't help with any of that. His number one priority was getting home as fast as possible, but he never expected that as he was passing by a shrine, something strange would suddenly happen. An invisible force started pulling him toward it. James couldn't fight it at all. Right at that moment, the phoenix tapped into its power for the very first time, forcibly channeling divine energy to restore its true form. Turns out this was its real appearance all along. The phoenix had originally planned to eliminate this abandoned divine realm, but the realm was way stronger than expected. They both got pulled inside together, and inside was a completely different world. James remembered what the mountain god had said: divine realms reflect their creator's mental state. What James found most of here were boxes. He wondered what kind of obsession the owner of this place had. Before long, James discovered a cave up ahead. Not only was it incredibly filthy and chaotic inside, the air quality was absolutely terrible too. In the very back, James found a girl. Obviously she was the deity who created this place. Just then, the girl woke up.
もうこの鬱陶しい空気じめっとしてて寝苦しいってなんだ換気しなきゃでも面倒動きできない
Then the girl noticed James and immediately recognized the phoenix. She sensed multiple divine protections on James but couldn't figure out why he'd come to her realm. After chatting briefly, the girl pieced together what had happened. Apparently her shrine had been completely neglected, which had caused her power to weaken significantly. That's why she'd appeared alongside the abandoned divine realms. Truth was, her realm hadn't actually been abandoned. But since James was already here, she wanted to ask him a favor to use the wind god's power to help clean up the place. Turns out she and the wind god went way back, so she spotted right away that James carried the wind god's blessing. That kind of power was perfect for cleaning and could help air out her place too. Once he was done, she'd let James leave. Even though the girl didn't seem anything like a deity, James didn't have much choice but to go along with it.